Hello and welcome. Right, we are back. I was just checking on my prices and everything. And yeah, I think actually we may need a bit more. I don't think that's quite going to cut it really, that little bit. But then again, it's not going to be too terrible. No, that's not too... Why have I got my hands... I have not... it was on. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I didn't realise I'd actually done anything like that. Oh, rope is on green. Right, fantastic. So we need to do that as well. Shift all of the... that's the other thing is let's look. How are they actually both doing? I had a word with JMGaming. He's already, got feedback on this already. So he's on it. But he's not got a solution, but he knows about it. And I'm quite sure he'll figure it out soon. Right, so then... back to, so we know how to deal with that. I'm going to production silo across, which we pretty much sorted anyway. That's, our cotton's 25 tons of it is in, thanks to us doing what we did. It was one solution. Definitely. So this has still got, that's right, the cotton. It's still got, has it put it back in there? Oh, I do wish they'd pack this in. We've not even got it on. We got it out. It's now put it back in. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, do you know that sometimes these production silos are a real pain in the backside. But yeah, we've not even got the cotton. We don't wish to put that on either. So the rope maker's got just that. No wool. Right, okay, yeah, we knew it'd deal with the wool. So let's just grab what we've got and stick it in. It is what it is. Problems, and I do think I am right. We're gonna do that. We'll have this as the part of the farmyard, or we'll do it as another field of grass, being as we have actually done that now. But yeah, I'm not sure. Right, we ought to as well. I'd say could probably have got a bit of room for the straw factory now. Oh, well, a little bit. We might just about be able to get those two in too. So let's do it. Darkness seems a bit strange. Yeah, why it looks odd to me, like it's too dark or something, and I've not actually got anything different at all. But it does. There's like a sheen on everything that's like too much dark. Oh, yeah, and I've not actually tweaked anything at all. Everything else looks fine, but yeah, I came in and it just looks slightly different to me than I'm used to sort of seeing it. So let's get everything put around. I've still not tweeted. No, I haven't. I've not had time to do that tweet. Ooh. Okay. What's that about? Bit of a bump in the ground for some reason. Don't know what that is about. Right, so let's stick this in. Yeah, still doing the fence thing. Don't know that it'll... Yeah, we might not get all of it in. We thought we won't definitely get it all in, but one of them might actually sort of partially disappear. Still, that's not ready. So the rope is on green, so that we do need to do, and we need to stick, I think... yeah, that is true. So we've got the super rope maker with no wool, and the super spinny tailor with 2,005. So we still need to split it. Yeah. It's doing about 7,000, so I do need to tweak it a little by about a third, I'd say, to get it right. Trying to sort of get this. Oh, I do love seeing the lambs frolicking around. Beautiful, it really is. Right, so yeah, let's do this. Let's earn a bit of cash. Yeah, so there is something like a bump there. Not sure why, but. It could be when we built, the rope maker. It might be a bit of a ruffle. Apologies. Yeah, I've got no mute for this one. Well, I have. No, I have. But it's hard to get to. Yeah, it is. I'd forgotten. Actually, I have. I've got my. I went. No, I can't advertise. It's not right. Yeah, I've got my proper microphone mixing desk back. A replacement under warranty. Which has got quite a good amplifier on it. It does make a big difference to... the bad thing about this is obviously... I still can see where that was, but yeah, I think you can. It's not the same kind of as it was. Now this should be quite a bit of a bang, really, even on hard economy. Not bad at all. So we are aiming for the next. Well, we could do 118, which is obviously now grass, which would be 160, which would still leave us 90. But we're really after this. I think we're going to wait on that one because the other one is sort of a little bit further away. I don't get me wrong, it is one at the back, but yeah, I really would like to go for the one that I've sort of said that we would go for all along. So yeah, so let's split this. The wool, that is. Yeah, it's weird, eh? Sometimes I expect people to know exactly what you're on about, but how can they? Because they're not in your head. Yeah. Yes, I had a good look last night at the guide from Giants on modding, really, on what they expect. And I've got to be honest, it's almost perfection. It is. I came away a bit bowled over in a bad way. I'm like thinking, ooh, but I thought, look, I'm not giving in. I've said to all of the viewers and subscribers that I was going to release these for everybody. I'm going to. Well, it certainly won't be for the want of trying myself. That's what I mean. I'm not just going to give in. I promised I'd do it, and I'm going to. Right, so this needs a bit of fueling up as well, and a bit of repair. Right, so yeah, 1, 2, almost 4. This wants probably an extra couple. That's yeah, a little bit more. So we'll give this the 2 extra because we know this can cope with definitely at least 10 tons, which is about what I'd expect a super to cope with, really. The spinny tailor's obviously a bit different, but I will tweak it because yeah, it's no difference to you really like doing what Granny's Knitwear does or anything like that. So yeah, Holes has put his it always was one of those I mean, I've got my own now, but what I mean is that when I was not modding, it was one of those tractors that through FS22 I really did sort of go for. That was, now if we actually push this like that, and then we'll push those together, and hopefully, yeah, it's the brilliant set, the Stara set that I really did, yeah, as a player appreciated what he had done. Right, so can we actually grab that one as well? Doesn't always appreciate the too deep thing, really. You can't always grab like all of them. And then sometimes you can. We haven't got the, yeah, that one. That's the that's the one I was like going to say that I haven't got that one. Right, let's try this another way. Fantastic. Oh, jostling the Fiat. So nearly a 50-50 split, just a little tiny bit in the favour of the Road Factory, which, yeah, which is not a bad sort of thing, really. Just thinking, yeah, I've gone quiet now. No, yeah, we put the... I don't know, I really don't understand why that did... Yeah, I haven't changed anything about the name of the generator or anything. It's in exactly the same place. I really don't understand why it changed, because it's exactly the same. All I did was grab the all of my own mods from my other computer and put them straight in my mods folder. So the name of them was identical. I don't understand why it didn't do that. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one to me. Let's just repair this as well. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's this soft ground, isn't it? That's what does it. That's what I was going over and hitting, I think. Yes, I'm really pleased with that. But as I said, it is, although Holzers has got a front lifter as well. Yeah, So we want to repair, yes, and we may as well repair as well. Okay, and you too. Although I don't really think anything like that is terribly bad. So there's nothing really other than obviously the route that we've actually sold that needed doing. Everything else is, although we are getting close. So let's go through till, no, we did do the sales, didn't we? No, we did, just checking. Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, I've missed a few. Again, that's I always kick myself when I miss the sales. I did it on one of the other Let's Plays, New American, which I've not posted yet, but I'm sort of keeping it. It will be, I think it probably will be the Let's Play we're doing after this. So I've done a few what you would call pilots, really, and I've done quite a few. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a beautiful map. Let's have a look. Oh, we've sort of got the Elho, sort of. Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's mine is masquerading under the body of that sort of thing, but it is really mine. Yeah, it is an 11 meter. That is not. Yeah, it is definitely completely like done different to what the Elho is. It's just I did sort of borrow it as a template, you could say. Right, we're gonna get. Oh, this could throw us out. The snow, if it's coming thick. It's a new mod. It's pretty nasty. I really have left that in a bit of an awkward place. So I really should still find it though. Yeah, this is why mine has to be like out, because obviously the Elho, this is it. So you can fold it to move it, but yeah, it has to stay like this, opened as it's resting, sort of way. So, oh no, that's yeah. No, we don't. My bad. Fantastic. That's not bad. Now, did we actually? I think we had a bit of loan still left, didn't we? Or did I actually? No, I didn't. That's it. Now we are debt free. £260,000. Yeah, that'd be Lady Hill for you. Brilliant. That will do nicely. Excellent. So it is December. What have we got? We know we need to feed the animals. What have we got that is actually, oh, a lot. Oh, including the clothes. Wow. It really is. Well, it's really green. Now, I'm not going to risk it this time, but we should get... Is that right? I just want to compare this because I'm not sure if I've actually done this right. I will go out and come back in. I'm sure we did check this a long time ago. I'm sure the clothes and the clothes one are now... I think I've got a lower top end. No, lower end than the clothes in the game. Oh, actually, no. I'm considerably less. So I thought I'd done one wrong. Yeah, so really, it wants to be doubled. So I tell you what, yeah, I'm not going to like faff around. I'm going to be right back. Just trying to get my pricing structure right before I release any of these on the or release for testing, because I'm not sure. Looking at Giants, very, very stringent whether or not I'm not going to give in or anything, but there's a lot of changes. I've got to remove the BI Industries, but I had a cunning plan earlier to call it the name BI stands for bigger on the inside. I've always sort of said that it's not a secret, but I thought, well, couldn't you make it the BI as in the model and call it a Lizard BI 177 or a Lizard BI 277 and still be keeping the BI symbol on there, but put a lizard on top? And I thought, well, that's not a bad idea. I like my thinking. So that's the plan. It is. That's what we're going to go with. Now then, obviously, we're going to earn a shed load of cash. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to fix those prices. They really want to be pretty much double what they are right now. I knew I'd done this once before and looked last time and thought I'd tweaked it. I think it was the rope that I'd got wrong, and that's not far off, I think. I'll just check that as well. While I'm tweaking, it seems not a bad idea to make sure that the rope... I think we looked at this. I'm sure this was right. The rope and the rope one, as it's... yeah, I could tweak that as well. 5 and... mine's slightly higher. I'm happy with that. It's a better quality rope, but yeah, it's within the range. Yeah, and also mine fluctuates lower. I think was what I no, it actually still higher by a tad. I'm quite happy with that. It's not too terrible. So I'm going to be right back. Right, I'm back. I have made an adjustment, but it is a big map. Now, we have actually sold this last year at a loss, as in, like, we lost a lot of extra cash. So I've actually tweaked it a bit too much this time. Yeah, clothes, top are... Oh, no, actually, I wasn't... No. Top price is 10.9. So actually, I was right. Mine are now saying 11.6, so very close. So I've actually just knocked it down again, and it really needed to be where it was. So we should now make pretty much... I've called it clothes. Was it? I think it was the rope. I couldn't figure the rope one out on how to call it. Oh, we've done it. Oh, I have done it. It says rope now rather than rope one. And the clothes says clothes. Excellent. I have done it where I needed to do it. I wasn't sure that I'd actually... Have I? Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's just a little bit quiet. Let me just knock the sound up a little, because I do like to hear it, and I'm sure you do. The actual vehicles in the background is a little bit on the quiet side, so it should be... I'll sound a bit... Yeah, I apologise for that. I'm a terror for, like... I've got a fixed mic, because it's a really good mic. One of the... No, let's not advertise. Right. No, it's a good manufacturer. A world-renowned manufacturer, yes. But I have had others like that as well before, so it's all now that is the point. Yeah, nobody's going to be like going, are they? Because like I've come back in, so we really do need... There's a lot of things we're going to... So we are going to make a fortune. I think we'll definitely be able to afford that field when we've finished. So let's get this done. I think we're going to need that as well. We also have got to remember that, not that I think it'll be this session, we do also need to, now the rope also, I would imagine, is probably, not, 44, 8,000, 240, it's yellow. I think it's still 5.3, yeah, it's still good, actually. It's still not a bad price, because it's very rare it goes green, but it goes yellow a lot. I did sort of make its price structure a little bit different. So let's grab... clothes is going to be more. It's the clothes we really want. And we can, yeah, we've seen already, we can grab quite a lot of that. We do need to like do the grass for the sheep though this time. We are definitely going to be short by a little bit. Yeah, so the clothes we need to say, I think I've left it on spawn, which is why they are actually there now. So let's just grab the telehandler. And whilst we're over that way, we'll also grab some of the, yeah. Let's just have a look actually. Yeah, I just want to make sure, because we know that the Super Spinny Tailor... oh no, it's a cotton. It's put some in here. It did actually we were not far off. It did pretty much handle what we threw at it, and wool likewise. We know this copes with it, so yeah, it's almost made another 5,000 litre, which I'd expect. It is a real cracking business. We know this only too well. Yeah, I'm really very pleased with it as a business. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So really we can split this pretty much down the middle. But we also know that the bionic super spinny tailor is not capable at the minute of actually sort of matching that. So yeah, we'll still give a little bit more to the rope factory, definitely. I'm pleased with this. It's obviously it started off as the Giants version, and we. Well, I sort of yeah. Back at the time that I did this, I really didn't know how to do what I know how to do now. I could have completely done it a different way and only gone for the actual production, the XML. I don't know why I went for the model, but it really was quite early. So, no, where did we stick? No, it's over there. Yeah, so we could really, it's true, we'll leave that there. And we've made ourselves extra work now. Let's grab a couple. Do we? No, I think we'll grab 3 or 2. Hopefully 3. And then we have got 3, 4, 5. I think we may have gone a bit mad the other way this time, but... And there's not a lot in it. I mean, the clothes, obviously, they've had all year to trundle along to do the clothes, but we obviously know that it was mainly a bionic that we had most of the year, so we're now up to top whack for our productions. They're at the super, and it's nice to see that it really it is doing a really good job, and it's where I always wanted it to be. It is a proper fully fledged factory if it's a super. It really has gone up to one of the well, Giants 300,000 type cost. Again, a lot of people are making the expensive factory not as expensive work, but some modders are. Some are like still keeping it as 300 grand, but you always get that really, that Giants often sort of set quite able to manage the last one. So we got 4,000. Grab the grass. Yeah, there's I feel we're sort of a good place now for mods where you've got sort of options to have reasonably priced equipment. Brosson Mods has done a really fantastic 3-point adapter for a telehandler, which that was a bit of genius, definitely. Let's just grab that. Yeah, that is a nice bit of kit, really, to make it, because obviously we've got a couple of telehandlers now that have a capability of having a front back 3-point link. So the fact that you can, I mean, obviously it's not going to be, but you could, one thing I do love about this particular tractor in FS22, although not the most powerful, it's obviously a 170 horsepower tractor now in its own right. When I say tractor, yeah, I am going to like say one thing, that it obviously is that it? 5, 10, 15, 20, it's 25 tons. I'm not really saying that's terribly bad. If we had 7 tons, would be 96,000 litres if we did a super all year long, if we'd got enough to keep it going all the time. So yeah, we are a bit short on what we should have, really. That's definitely true. So if we like do this, yeah, so I'm not giving in. I did let it dishearten me a bit. I was like thinking, oh, do I carry on with the mod? I thought, yeah, even if I don't, I'm not able to put them on the mod hub, I thought I'm going to try. I promised everybody that I'd give this a shot, and I'm going to do that. I'm not just going to like yield at the first sign of like, oh, is this going to be more effort than I sort of originally planned, which yes, it is. That's true. But really, yeah, I mean, I was very disheartened though. It was more about where are we? I'm trying to. That's the. It is over here. It's hiding there. Of course it is. Yeah, I sometimes do sort of like lose track a little of where I am, because it's just like, well, we may all do. It's, yeah, I'm not going to like belabor it or make it like it's something it's not. We'll grab that last 1,000 litres though, because every bit does count, especially when we're sort of shortchanging that anyway. So it should easily manage to do like 5,000. So we don't want it like with just 4. So I'm going to like quickly pop that over the last 1,000 litres of wool so that it's getting its full, or enough that it can actually finish all of it, is what I'm saying. I don't want to shortchange it. Right, fantastic. Let's get this sorted, and then we'll grab the grass quickly, and then we're going to like see exactly where we are now that we've got the price. What I was going to say, because I thought I'd done it wrong, and now I need to knock it back up to what I did put it to. When you make a change when you're in the game, it doesn't actually change anything until the time after, because the game loads it, any kind of production, at the point that it loads. So I made a change after that, and I tweaked it back down, but I'm going to tweak it straight back to where it was before, because it really was right. The level that we've got the clothes. What I was going to say was, because I thought I'd done it too high, was I was going to let it pass anyway, because, yeah, I mean, actually, I think we're going to get it exactly right, because when I did this, the price of, yeah, now that will do. Clothes, yeah, 11,689 is what it's shown now. I knocked it back down to about 8,000. Well, actually, that's right. So it really does want. Let's just grab the grass. Yeah, I want to get these fed. I don't want to get excited and like forget where this is. So yeah, I'm hoping. The thing I'm most excited about mostly is my placeables. I am quite pleased with my vehicles that I've done, especially those I've done from scratch. I don't mean they're anything special to look at, but they do get the job done, and I actually like some of the tweaks I've done legitimately over other people's work, because I like my flatbeds. I've tweaked it that much that it's sort of about where I would want it to be, and is definitely a replacement for me personally for the TPS, which is what I really always wanted it to be all along. So let's do 50,000 litres. And it's got some things that are unique to it, where it's got you can fit 3 pallets across it. It's slightly wider than most, but that gives it that advantage of being able to. Now this is probably going to struggle with this. It is rather a hefty beast. Yeah, it's always the turning where it loses its strength. No, not really. No, it's definitely got plenty of torque. It's definitely keeping abreast with the other Fiat. That was the Fiat Agri. That was definitely... In fact, if anything, the Fiat Agri struggled a tad more. That can be down to torque. It's not necessarily horsepower. It's something ooh. It's losing a bit now. So then, what have we got? Space in here. Plenty. Yeah, we didn't really need that much. So, brilliant. Let's get this sold. What else have we got that we need to sell? Have we got anything like pig food or... Not really. No, we haven't. We've got no waste products. Polyactic acid, I believe, like JMGaming's, and... Ooh, the guar... Now, the guar glue is overdone now. So that's nice to see. Yeah, we've actually, and the guar beans has caught up, so I need to tweak it slightly less cycles now. It's actually stripping the guar beans down to 0. So if we actually look at the, yeah, it is. It's now overproducing the guar glue. We've got like extra left. No, we never did this to sell it, but of course we could do. It would have a value to other people if we were overproducing it. So, yeah. I think this just needs the guar glue like knocking down a little bit. Obviously, I've got 3 inputs. I think if we knock these cycles down to about 18, which I don't know if you can do that. You can, yeah, 1.5. Yes, that we could do that. So let's take this, sell this. Yeah, true, we could do that. Let's grab the straw. We've got plenty of room. Let's grab the straw products too. Obviously, the JMGaming's is loose, so we'll grab that in the other. I mean, for basically the fact that straw is a waste product, sort of, you could say that this is really... It's not a bad little earner, actually. All right, let's get this, and then we will grab JMGaming's bioplastics. Yeah, I think we're going to blow this out of the water. I think we may be able to afford both fields. We did actually... Yeah, we did. Yeah, well, I get confused when I do multiple months. I'm like, did I do that? Or was that like last time? Or... Yeah, the ground is definitely a bit... Yeah. I was saying once about this. Obviously, although it has a 3-point link at the back, obviously now with Ross and Mod's adapter, it has a bona fide 3-point link on the front too. Very nice looking one, I might add. But it's still not got the wheels of a tractor. It might manage on concrete and things like that, but it's not a tractor. Yeah, it's something I realised, like, now that we need to tell this to Spawn, don't we? But not the Guagloo. Oh, we have done. Yeah, we have already done that. So this is interesting, because I think we've had this all year this time. I've got to be careful, I'm going to get caught by the spawning, and oh, yeah, like that. That's what I was sort of expecting to happen a bit sooner. And how much have we actually got to spawn? Quite a bit more. Yeah, there's... Yeah, this I think we had this all along the entire year, so I would say this is, yeah, because I've not actually done this enough that I actually know how much, you know, like a full year is for this, as to set, you know, have a good idea on. If we push that to the side, we should be able to grab 2 stacks comfortably. Oh, comfortably. Fantastic. Right, so that's yeah, the straw boards is the only one that I feel is sort of like out of place, and it is true. I had an idea a few sessions back, I think it was on New American, where I said what I could do is recolour the boards that Giants have done. And I thought, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, it would actually work. It's true. So that's what I'm going to go with. Is that? No, there are more. Yeah, so I'm going to, like, because obviously the straw boards as a building product would be like building boards, and obviously we've already got like the wooden boards. I thought, well, you could recolour them. Like, I mean, you can see what the boards should sort of roughly look like by the actual outside of the silos. Yeah, the boarding basically. I've gone for these almost for everything, and obviously, like, because I thought, yeah, it sort of covers the one thing obviously that Giants have done with their most of their products is the fact that when it's empty, because they've gone for an exterior one, you can see that it still stacks like it's full. Now that I would imagine actually that probably that may be... Oh, no, it's not. We can do another stack. Excellent. Yeah, so I've done like the graphics on all of them have got what is relevant to the product that you're actually doing. So it's straw products. It's, yeah, literally I did one specially to appear on the boxes. Yeah, a few times now I've actually got this where I keep raveling into things. Say, let's just check if there is any more. Yeah, so again, when you consider that, I mean, and the other thing is obviously each box is 5,000 litres, is the main reason I did do these already. Although obviously these are unique field types anyway, so I needed to do this for them. So I thought, well, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's make the box bigger too. I mean, I'm quite pleased with this because this was my most unique sort of thing that I thought really was the straw factory. And we did have something in FS22 similar, not quite like this, but yeah, similar straw products. I can't remember what it was actually. Yeah, I can't remember, but I know we did have it. I used it on one of the Eastern European maps that I did. I remember. I just can't remember what the actual product was, but it was straw that was worth quite a bit, and it was my one of my main productions on that particular Let's Play. So But this again is I was quite pleased with this. It's not supposed to be. It will earn us quite a lot more by the fact that there's a lot of it. But it's the prices themselves are not. They're not terrible, but neither are they fantastic. You know, it's a mediocre cost, not like cakes or anything like that, or my luxury desserts, which really is or the whiskey factory for that matter. Obviously, especially the vintage whiskey is, as you'd expect any kind of vintage whiskey to be, it is quite a good little earner, which again, for that kind of production, you'd expect it to be. Yeah, it is actually an expensive one. I was saying this on Lady here, my production costs were absolutely terrible, so I need to check that I haven't gone a bit too mad. It's costing me like 36,000 and that on a night, and I'm like, well, surely it shouldn't be that. Be careful. And no, I don't think it should. I think I've gone a bit too mad with my production costs. It really does need tweaking. Alright, so fantastic. I think I've got everything. So the next thing is the bioplastics. We need to be grabbing that. So this should really, seriously, this is a lot. I mean, the clothes alone, 25,000 litres of clothes at 11,000 a pop. And the others, obviously 25,000 litres of straw bricks, baskets, 10,000 straw hats, 10,000. Are we not missing something? Spawn, 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 spawn. Baskets, boards, bricks, cutlery. Did we? No. Ah, is the cutlery not working then? It's showing here. Ah. It's a bit of a conundrum. I need to have a look at that. Wow. Yeah, no, I did expect. I'm going to be totally honest. I was not expecting it any less than a lot. Yeah. Didn't think I'd quite think we'd break the million, but have we got like some errors then? It doesn't. Ah, that's the enhanced error. That's the chocolate. And the GM bottle, which is, right, goat's milk bottle. Right, okay, so that's. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Right, so it's not, yeah, so that is a bit odd. It's not actually doing what the cutlery set. And yet it's gone. Yeah, I mean, like what we, or is this, I've not been keeping my eye on it. Straw boards? I didn't see any straw boards either. It's like it wasn't naming it right, or it wasn't showing it. I'm going to have to keep my eye on that next time. But it's not showing any errors, so that is a bit of a weird one. That's what we want. Let's grab this. So, yeah, a little bit... I don't think we need to worry about being able to buy that field now. I did say we'd blow it out of the water, but I'm not quite sure that I thought we'd knock it out of the ballpark. That's almost a meal, and we've not finished. So... yeah, this is actually not bad at all. Yeah, so we've not missed any, have we? No, it's definitely all gone. So I don't understand why we've not got any kicking around, have we either? We've not, like, nothing's gone wrong. Baskets. We have another set of baskets. Cutlery. It's not quite full. So I might do my cutlery a little bit like it's, yeah, so the baskets, the cutlery, but the boards, I must check in editing, because that's confused me a little. Yeah, that's not really what I expected. Yeah, I've not seen any errors ever with that. No, there's been no red writing on, and also when I did the, this will do. It doesn't really matter which fen we use, does it really? So let's grab the bioplastics. This will be like, three? I think 3 sets that we've got to do. So we may well actually break the million when we're finished. Yeah, so I've still got a bit of a problem with the new dairy, with the chocolate one, as I've sort of called it. I've completely changed, so there's a bit of a problem. I thought I'd fixed it all, but again, luxury desserts, I almost a couple of times gave up. It was at the time the most complicated mod, and I struggled with that for quite a few days before finally getting it right and everything appearing. Yeah, I was on Frankenmuth at the time. Yeah, and I was like thinking, oh, I don't know that you should have done this. It's like not quite working right as you do. You're like sort of panicking and all the rest. And I think it's straight to the back. It's that there's a pipe that you cannot really see very well, but I think it's straight back. Yeah, almost where those chains are that you can just about see at the back. I think there's a pipe coming this way. Yeah. I think I'm not quite in the right place. Let's try for a bit of realism. I think that should be about right. Yeah, I can see just the blue tap. Very pretty colours, I've got to be honest, very pretty. And it's one of the nicest looking buildings I've ever seen, actually, for a production. It's really is a fantastic production that JMGaming's done. He's very, very gifted at his modding, definitely. Yeah, again, in comparison to someone like JMGaming, I know I've got a long way to go. My modelling is just beginning to blossom a little, and I'm starting to do my diffusers, my graphics files. Textures. That's the one that most people would understand if I said textures. Yeah, the textures, I'm beginning to get there a little. Although this new editor's causing issues that... yeah, I'll be glad when there's a... There we are, we've broken the mill. Excellent. Right, okay, let's grab the other two. The cotton one, I think we're not going to do that because it keeps on taking the cotton and putting it somewhere else, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, we only wanted the cotton. I mean, I will switch it on the others if it keeps on doing it, because it really shouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if we're not going to get the snow suddenly sweep across at some point and it will stop us doing this. So I really want to push on quickly before we snow stops play. It's very, very sensitive, this. It's easy to like send it from one side straight to the other. It's not very easy to keep it steady when you're reversing, of course. Yeah, it's so easy to lose. Ooh. That is I'm sure that's the cotton one. But we did know we'd get more of that. I'm looking forward to seeing how good this is. We did have a lot. Yeah, it is a beautiful thing. Obviously, JMGaming's gone loose. Ooh. Saving. Yeah, I'm looking in the distance as I'm driving because I'm expecting to see the wave of snow like start to build up. Wow, I don't think I've ever had that where you've like turned, imagine everything, all of our productions are all pretty much January to March, and they were all at green, so it's not really surprising. But this one, I've never done this one yet. This is the first time we've done this. So, yeah, I would like to do the cotton another way next year, just to see, as a test, to see whether I am, because I do think, all things considered, in the end, it was actually right. Yeah, I think I I'd got in my head a 50,000 litre bale, and I was thinking at 4, but it was the 20,000 litres. So 4 would be 80 odd thousand, which is about what we got, 60 to 80,000. So, ooh, very nice. Yeah. It's very positive steering. I think this is the last, so well broken a million. I mean, really, we've only got 2 fields left to buy, but to what I really was aiming for all along. So our productions are like supers. The animal enclosure, I obviously made that much bigger. I just need to make those couple of little tweaks to the feed area, and what was it? The lights. The lights need shifting as well. Yeah, they're the 2 things I need to. And then really, that enclosure is a permanent fixture to my animal enclosures that I can take with me anywhere, which I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, and also the area for the wool is not, I don't think that's too far off. Yeah, I think we're about managing to spawn what you can get fully fledged with them. Like, yeah, I think we've done it about right. Maybe a couple more. So here we go, polyactic. I think that's it. I think it's the last that we've got, the polyactic. Yeah, that's just starting again. And it is. Yeah, we've completely taken the other one. So this is the last bit, which could be the canola one. So it is beautiful colours to the plastics. Yeah, so it was rather a unique one. Again, JMGaming, as he frequently does, completely surprised me with what he'd done. I thought, well, plastics? But I thought, well, it's a production. It's just different to what you were expecting it. And it's I'm quite pleased with my own unique things. I was like thinking of all of my soybeans one we're doing on New American. I can't wait to do a few more episodes to get a feel for it, so that I can tweak it to the point where I think it's fair and right and everything's good. So that's just ooh, very nice, very, very nice. So $1,274,963. We're not selling the glue, even though it's there. Clothes, it's just remnants. There's nothing actually left. So the only ones that is a bit of it is the hats, the cutlery set, and the baskets are not actually done. So whether it was just the boards, yeah, I'm going to have a look in editing because I'm intrigued now to see what we actually got. Yeah, so it was a bit of a blur, so I want to literally have a good look in editing to see actually what it was. Yeah, it's not off. In some ways I prefer the grass because it doesn't do this horrible, like, yeah, it's not so good. Right, so then now we know everything's grass. So it's going to be a very large grass field that we buy. Excellent. And 118. Which leaves us nearly 800,000. Absolutely amazing. I may well treat us to something that, yeah, I mean, what was it? We've got the vegetable harvester, but to be honest, with working with the bioplastics, it really is taking a lot. We've got the wheat ready for the bioplastics. We're going to do cotton again. Corn, was corn a bad one? No, corn was the good one. This was the one it was. The corn was the blue one. Yeah, so corn. We missed the boat for canola this time. We've got wheat ready. We'll switch these off as well. We'll leave the cotton going because the canola likewise. So the red was the canola, which was the least, but then it was the least we'd got. So we missed that. We're going to do corn in a big way. Potatoes it's a 5-to-1, but you do get a lot. Soybeans I'm not overdoing again. Even though it's 3-to-1, it still was about worth the same. So to me, there was no real gain on soybeans. It should be dearer, so I won't do that because it's like a silly idea. Why would I put effort into making soybeans polyurethane when I can sell soybeans for exactly the same price? It is just silly. With a loss, it was exactly the same cost. But the wheat, the canola, and the corn, they were all well worth, as we've just seen. Doing as bioplastics, we really did actually make an awful lot of cash from that. So I think that's probably not a bad place to leave it. So not a bad little... Do we go through to January? Yeah, do we treat ourselves to buying the... No, we bought the scanner now. No, I'll scan these. Definitely scan these myself. Yeah, if we just have a look. Yeah, we know it's going to be growth. Now, do we cut the grass one time? An intriguing idea. There's going to be an awful lot of grass, but you would, wouldn't you? I've always said this. If you're saying to people, I'm going to do my best, well, what would you waste hundreds of tons of grass off all of these fields? We've got 4 fields of grass, really. Would we do that? And would we do something with all of that grass? I think it's a bit of a waste as just grass. But what would we do with the extra? Yeah, that is true. Intriguing. It is actually, yeah. I'm not sure myself what would be a good enough idea with the grass for us to actually do. But it does seem silly to waste that product. We could, well, yeah, we're going to cut it only to then replant. So we're not going to cut it now, even though it wouldn't matter when we did, but we're not going to do it in the winter because I would imagine that we're going to get some snow. So we're going to go through to January morning, check the sales, and I think we're going to leave it at that point. I'm so very pleased with what we've done. That is quite phenomenal. I did know we'd do well, but I didn't for 1 minute think we'll do that well. That really is phenomenal. And again, not just the bioplastics, yeah, the rope and the clothes equally were quite amazing. Oh, sold a lot of sheep as well. Brilliant. So they're really doing well. And only one John Deere. We'll leave it. We will. So we're going to leave it there. We're up to $811,333. Obviously, here we go. I can see it. It's coming. So let's get that. Yeah, we can actually... Oh, wow. So why can that not sense the trigger then? Or is it filled? That's true. It had got quite a lot in it, so it's probably... Yeah, it has. So we're okay. We're filled. I'm not sure if we can manage to grab that. We might be able to limp to the... to get that shifted. Hopefully. Where is the telehandler? If we left it up by the straw factory, I think. Let's have a bit of a Taz and see, can it move? It's not that thick, actually. We've not done too terribly. I think for once we might get away with this, with shifting the... Let's just see, actually. Straw factory. Yeah, still not come out. Yeah, we're not switched these off, have we? Everything's activated. Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, so the hats, the cutlery is 2.6, the bricks, the boards, and the baskets. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about that on what we did. I didn't look close enough. I keep saying this. Obviously, my primary thing is to talk to yourselves, and that is really where most of my concentration goes, is literally thinking about the words I'm going to say, which is maybe why Daggerwin does it the way he does. But I've tried recording after the fact, and it's just not the same. As humans, we're live beings. We're literally everything with the way we work is, personally, I think is best when you are at your best and when you're like live. I've tried recording myself and I can't get it, but we're all different. So I'm not having to go at Dagwin and saying he should do it the same as me. I'm just saying that I can't do it the same way as Dagwin. It's yeah, I know he does record afterwards. I remember hearing him say it once, but yeah, I personally, it's just not, I can't do it. I can't. I just feel like I'm more alive and more can do a better job. Let's just knock these in. It's true. I do think that it's probably a bit better if we knock these in and then push them all together. I think that's what I'm probably not doing. So yeah, then we can like just push them all the way. And I do think this end is the right way to do this as well, to push it that away like that. But I've got to also push it. Yeah. Yeah, that probably would do that as well. Okay. Alright, let's just get this job done. I don't want to be like leaving this. Yeah, so I'm very, very pleased with that. Absolutely astounding. Yeah, it is. Obviously, as a modder, I know I've turned corners. I know that for a fact. But again, the placeables, I feel that I'm managing far more placeables, complicated placeables, than I am like, yeah, my modelling for vehicles is a lot more. There's a lot to learn, though, I've got to be honest. It's why, obviously, you get certain specialists that, like JHHG and Sid, that really tend to stick to tractors and harvesters, and like, yeah, it's so 6,000 is a bit too much, but otherwise we're going to lose it. So we'll just take this lot, put it in the spinny tailor, grab those last two and stick them in the road factory. So yeah, we got away with that a little bit nicely. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So yeah, we've got all the grass to cut on that first. It's gonna be a monster. This year that we're doing is going to be a monster. I'm not sure if obviously we've done this quite proud, really. I'm not sure whether this will be the last year on the map, because we have really done a lot of work on the map, and we sort of, to me, we seem to be reaching the zenith of where we can go with all of the productions we've got and all of that. Not that that means it was ever any legitimate reason for you, like, oh, you know, that, oh, you must go now, because obviously some people do run it on and on. I personally, I like to see the battle, you know, from where we came, and when we get there, I'm not very good at the next bit, which is to like stay a bit longer. It's something I keep saying I want to improve on a little bit, is the staying a bit. You're not just disappearing straight away. So that's why, if anything, I'd like to do one more year, just so as I am pushing it out there a little bit on yeah, what we're doing. Right, so fantastic. So we fed our animals. Just check the rope before we go, because we can easily drop that off at the sell point if that is high, but it probably isn't now. I'd imagine it's not going to be green. Oh, but you'd be totally wrong. This is true. I would be. Wow, that guar glue is actually worth quite a lot. I never realised. I'm not doing it for that. And the cellulose acetate also likewise. Actually, I think we're going to save it till next month. We've also got, yeah, not quite got a full 5,000 litres, but it may be, if we spend time on, we might actually get 5,000 litres of clothes within the month of January to actually sell it at the best price. So it's not necessarily, and also we get a bit more cellulose acetate, which is loose, so we can take all of that. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So, you know, we're going to leave that for next session. We might actually even break a mill again, which is quite intriguing. Yes, I'm trying to think if now, cotton harvester. Well, it's true, we could actually buy the very thing that we did our cotton harvest with, but I probably would want to lease the traditional cotton harvester, maybe a couple, and I know that's going to cost me. I don't know whether to do it as a test. yeah, to like at least a couple of these just to see if they're as good. So it would be a test, because what I'm tempted to do is buy the Colossus, not this Colossus, but the actual one we saw with the 9 meter. That was a real thing of beauty. I did like that. That's 300,000. And if it is not lossing, then I know for future reference that I won't be afraid to grab the Colossus. Even for that alone, it's well worth that for that kind of cash. I'm sort of kicking myself that we never bought it, but it wasn't a very good bonus, that particular one that we actually got, that we did sell. So, but again, I'm not really expecting it to pop again, but I do wonder, do we treat ourselves to it? We could afford it, but I think, although I might buy it this year, imagine if we're going to do the test, there would be no point in buying it. Yeah, I'll give it some thought, and also, as always, would always love to hear from yourself what you think. What a good idea, what you think is good, bad, indifferent, or yeah, what your thoughts are on any matter, for that matter. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this beautiful map by JMGaming. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.